Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tune Project, and welcome back to another video in our Fiddle Techniques series. I hope you've been enjoying this series so far and everything that we've been talking about. Hopefully you've been able to implement some of these techniques into your own playing. Now today we're going to be talking about something that I refer to as the slap, and it has a very unique purpose in fiddle playing, so definitely stay tuned for that. As always, if you end up enjoying this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed to the Tune Project, feel free to hit that red subscribe button below for more videos just like this one. I upload twice every single week, and if you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified every time a new video goes live. Now, for as much as I've used this technique, I have never actually come across a formal term for it, which is why today I'll be referring to it as the slap, because that's quite literally what we're doing with our bow. But if you see this technique performed today and you happen to know what it's called, if there's another name for it, definitely educate me down below. But today, as I said, we're going to be referring to it as the slap. Now, the bow slap is one of my favorite techniques to play. It's something that is most often used in Scottish fiddle tunes. So if you know a lot of Scottish tunes, then maybe you can start to incorporate this into those. So for this bow slap, what you're gonna do is start above the string with your bow, and we're gonna be just dropping our bow down onto the A string. Now, it does require a little bit of control with our right hand, so we wanna make sure that our elbow is slightly elevated so that it's at least at the level of our wrist as we're playing. That's going to give us a nice controlled bow arm as we're doing this. And then what you're going to do is just drop your bow onto the string. And if it bounces a little bit, that's even better, because that kind of gives us that little bit of texture that we want, that percussiveness of this technique. So go ahead and try that a couple of times on a down bow. And what I like to do is find the balance point or the middle, somewhere around the middle of the bow, so that you can really get that nice flexible point in the bow hair for this stroke, all right? And then you can also try the same thing on an up bow. So let's go ahead and try that together. And as you can probably tell, what I like to do is after my bow lands on the string, I like to dig in a little bit more just to give it that little bit of extra emphasis, so you're welcome to do the same. And now let's go ahead and try starting on a down bow and then alternating between down and up with this bow slap. Here we go. All right, so that's the idea with this technique. As I said, it really does require some control from the bow arm, as we talked about with the cuts if you watched that video, but it really is about creating this very percussive sound on the violin, which is why it can be so fun to utilize in these fiddle tunes. So I'm gonna show you an example of the slap being used in a fiddle tune. This one is called the High Drive. I know I've used this tune before, but it's just because it's such a great tune for demonstrating all of these techniques that we talk about, especially within the Irish and Scottish traditions. So I'm going to play a little excerpt from this tune, and I want you to see if you can count how many times I incorporate the bow slap, and let me know in the comment section below. Here we go. Alright, so as you can tell, it's sort of this crashing motion that we're doing with the bow slap to create that percussive sound, and it gives it a little bit more of a bite rather than something that we might hear in an Irish tune, which is more controlled, more on the string, less percussive, and has a slightly tamer sound, you could say. So just maybe listen to a couple of different tunes from each of those styles and see if you can tell the difference. But that's something that's interesting to think about with this technique in particular. Now, as I said, this technique is most often used in Scottish tunes, but it doesn't have to be limited to that. So if there are any other tunes that you enjoy playing, such as old time, bluegrass, or in any other genre, you can definitely include this bow slap into those tunes as well. And I have done that many times too, and it's just so much fun, and you can incorporate it in different ways. So let me know in the comment section below if you end up using this bow slap. I would love to hear from you guys. As always, feel free to let me know if there are any other techniques that you have come across that you're interested in learning a little bit more about. And I will see you all in the next video. Happy practicing. If you'd like to further your support of the Tune Project, be sure to head over to patreon.com/thetune project for information on that. And if you're planning on buying any music or doing any shopping on Amazon, be sure to head over to the Tune Project website, which I linked in the description box of all of my videos. Click my Amazon banner, and whatever you purchase, a small percentage of that will go toward the Tune Project. This just keeps the Tune Project going and allows me to continue to create free content for you all.